You've probably been told this before, just stretch it out. Your shoulder feels tight, maybe stiff in the morning, or sore when you reach overhead. So you grab a doorway, pull your arm back and think, that'll loosen it. But here's the truth. Stretching alone won't fix shoulder pain. In fact, for many people, it can actually make it worse. And in today's video, I'll explain exactly why stretching often fails, and more importantly, what you should be doing instead to finally get relief that lasts. Here's how this video will flow. First, we'll look at why stretching doesn't fix the root cause of shoulder pain. Then I'll show you what's really happening inside your shoulder when it feels tight. And finally, I'll walk you through 3 simple moves that actually work to restore shoulder comfort, strength, and control. And stick around until the end because I'll share the #1 shoulder movement mistake that keeps people stuck in pain even after months of stretching. Before we get into it, make sure to hit subscribe and tap the bell. Here on the 10X Physio Channel, we share practical tips every week to help people over 50 stay strong, mobile, and pain-free, so you can keep doing the things you love. So let's start with one of the biggest myths in physiotherapy. The idea that tightness always means you need to stretch. When a muscle feels tight, it's not always because it's short. It's often because it's trying to protect you. Think of it like an alarm system. The shoulder feels unstable or irritated, so your body tightens up around it to keep it safe. If you keep forcing that muscle to stretch, you're not fixing the cause. You're just quieting it for a few minutes. That's why you might think, feels good while I'm stretching, but an hour later, it's even sore. Sound familiar? When you stretch a sore or irritated shoulder, you can actually tug on the very structures that are already inflamed, like your rotator cuff tendons or the bursa, which is a small fluid-filled sac that helps reduce friction. And if you pull too hard or too often, you can keep that irritation going for weeks. That's why I often see people who say, I stretch every day, but my shoulder's still no better. It's not your fault. You've just been told to focus on the wrong thing. Most shoulder issues after 50 aren't about flexibility, they're about stability and control. The muscles around your shoulder blade and rotator cuff need to work together smoothly, and that's where the real fix begins. Quick question for you. Have you ever tried stretching your shoulder only for it to ache later that night? Let me know down below in the comments. I'd love to hear your story and what's been frustrating you most. Keep watching because at the end, I'll show you the #1 shoulder movement mistake that keeps people stuck in pain. When you feel that tightness, it's often a sign that your brain doesn't trust your shoulders to move freely. Common causes include weak rotator cuff muscles, poor control of your shoulder blade, or stiffness in your upper back, which forces your shoulder to overwork. If we don't fix these underlying issues, the shoulder will keep tensing up no matter how much you stretch it. So, what should you do instead? Rather than forcing long, painful stretches, focus on activation and control. Movements that tell your body it's safe to move again. Here are my top 3 shoulder fixes I use in the clinic all the time. Shoulder blade squeezes. So, sit or stand tall. Gently squeeze your shoulder blades together for 5 seconds and then relax. Do 10 reps. This wakes up your postural muscles and improves shoulder support. #2, external rotation with a light band. Keep your elbows tucked in at your side and then rotate your hand outward against that gentle resistance of the band. This strengthens your rotator cuff, your shoulder's main stabilizer. Thirdly, we've got wall slides. So we're standing with your back and arms against a wall and slowly slide your arms up as if you're making a Y. So sometimes these are called wall angels. This retrains your shoulder to move smoothly without irritation. Do these daily for 2 to 3 weeks and you'll often feel your shoulder loosen naturally without aggressive stretching. The biggest mistake I see people make is chasing flexibility instead of function. They focus on how far they can reach instead of how well the shoulder actually supports them. The goal isn't to touch your fingertips behind your back, it's to lift, reach, and live without pain. That's functional movement, and that's what truly keeps your shoulder healthy for the long term. Now, stretching isn't totally bad. It can be useful if it's done gently and combined with strength and stability work. Think of stretching as the warm-up act, but the main performance is strength and control. So yes, keep moving, but move smart. I'm Gavin Noble from Gav Noble Physiotherapy here in Lisburn, and this is the Gav Noble 10X Physio Channel, where we help people age 50 plus stay pain-free, mobile and strong, and keep you out of the doctor's office. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share it with a friend who's been stretching endlessly without results. When you're done here, click my next video, which is the 5-minute fix for shoulder pain after 50, where I'll guide you through a simple daily routine that really works. I'll see you in the next video.